everybody, and welcome back to part 8 now of my Formula 1 2011 career mode. As you'll notice in this video, it's a bit different. First of all, it doesn't have the Bandicam watermark, and secondly, it's in full screen now because I've fixed that. And that's all because of me using OBS Studio, and so it's a new recording software, and I think it makes my videos look a whole lot better. I get better frame rate in the game and a better video quality, and so I hope you guys enjoy that too. And so this is practice here. Basically practice was me messing with OBS Studio, trying to get the right settings. So yeah, and so I didn't get a lot of recording for practice, but nothing really happened in practice anyway. I managed to get quite a high position, but that did dwindle down all the way down to the bottom of the field. Not dead last, but it went down. I thought Valencia was a great track. I don't know why I haven't driven it before. Sebastian Vettel topped out qualifying with Lewis Hamilton and Mark Webber not too far behind. I'm not sure why I did that, but I love this Valencia track. It is quite hard not to cut corners sometimes, but it's like so beautiful. We came 19th, which is basically, I should think, our average position. It's kind of like where I finish up all the time.
Tell me, are you happy with the way you've been performing in qualifying so far this season? The development of the car appears to have been progressing steadily so far this season. Have you been using the practice sessions to test out new parts? Now, in the past, we've seen some of the most successful drivers in the sport build a team around them. Are you looking to get this level?
So here we are in qualifying now at Valencia, the European Grand Prix in fact, as there's already a Grand Prix in Spain, which is Catalonia, which is part 5 of my series. Go check that out. Not doing advertisement at all. No. Here we are going out of the pit lane. The qualifying wasn't, well, it was largely successful, but I felt like my teammate didn't pull the same thing, and so it must be like a thing. I must be really good at this circuit. I haven't explained that well. Shortcut. I did really well in qualifying, apart from that moment where I bounced off the wall like a complete and utter idiot. I really enjoyed racing around this track really fast using DRS through all of the tight hairpins, and you can see me locking up there and going completely off the track. I really enjoyed flying around down the streets at 180 miles an hour with DRS wide open, and it came out to be a really good track for racing and overtaking, at least in my career mode. I'm not sure whether that transfers to real life, but I'll leave you be to watch the real lap of me qualifying. I only did one lap in qualifying, largely because I couldn't be bothered, as I've just been messing with OBS Studio. So yeah, take it away. And so the results for qualifying are: Lewis Hamilton is going to be on pole on the race on Sunday. Sebastian Vettel and Nico Rosberg, 2 Germans, will follow him. Mark Webber, the championship leader, has qualified 4th. We've done amazing in this qualifying. We've finished 12th, almost into the points. Maybe we can secure some points. Finally, the Team Lotus in the race at Valencia. So here we are, it's race day now. Lewis Hamilton is on pole. We are starting 12th, which is really good for our team, and our teammate Jarno Trulli is starting 21st. He's way down the order compared to me. So here we are waiting for the 5 lights to come on and then go out, revving the engine, but not too much. We don't want to over-rev it. And here we go. Hopefully we can get a really good start, maybe get into the points very early on in the race. I don't really want to fight in the closing stages for points. That could be quite bad, maybe quite disastrous. And here we are. We do get hit, I think, and it's just like a crazy, just everyone's going almost 3 or 4 wide into the second corner, I guess, and it's just crazy. And here we are now, side by side with Felipe Massa in 10th place already, and he hits the wall, we hit him, and now we've lost loads of time, and the top 8 have really escaped us now, and so that's just really not too good. And skipping on to lap 2 now, we are in 9th place, so that's 2 points for Team Lotus, which is amazing, really. We're supposed to be a backmarker team. People are supposed to be lapping us, you know. So that is amazing for us, and we've really caught up to Michael Schumacher now, who I think retired in 2012, not this year. So I'm getting my F1 history right this time, I hope. And now we've really caught up to him. Maybe we can try and overtake him for some more points, maybe. We seem to be very on par with the top cars, so I didn't even put a setup on. We tried to go around the outside of Michael Schumacher, however, he just doesn't leave the space, and we go off the track, actually. And now Felipe Massa is on our right-hand side, trying to overtake us down the straight. There's no DRS yet in the Grand Prix, we're only on lap 2, so this is pure straight-line speed, pure engine power, and into the chicane. He does manage to get a position, so that's only going to be 1 point in 10th place, but still, it's a point nonetheless. It'll boost, what am I saying? It'll boost us up to 17th in the championship, I think maybe 16th. But here we are now on to lap 5, and this is our pit stop phase, and so I was really just trying to defend from Nick Heidfeld in the laps in between from where you just saw and into the pit stop. I was really hoping for a good lap time, what am I talking about? Pit stop time, so we can get ahead of Nick Heidfeld on track, just because I want points. I really want points. I want to show the team and other teams that I can do well and get points in Lotus, because yeah. And so we come out onto the track 14th, almost 13th, which is my race number, and it is supposed to be an unlucky number, but I don't really consider it unlucky. I think it's quite lucky, actually. So here we are on lap 6, going down the back straight, I guess you could say, even though there's quite a few back straights, and Nick Heidfeld is behind us and trying to overtake us desperately. We're still in 14th place. That's because we haven't overtook people in the pits yet, and Nick Heidfeld is now on our left hand side, trying to go around the outside into turn 1, the long sweeping right hander, but he just doesn't have the confidence to try and get it around the outside of us. I think I did leave him enough space, and he probably could have gone round me. So here we are now on the back straight, same conversation as last time, and Nick Heidfeld flies past us with the aid of DRS. However, we do manage to get past him with some late braking and switchback move. Very nice overtaking. I was worried that he was actually going to overtake me for good into that corner, much like Felipe Massa, just a bit faster than Felipe Massa. I think I was in rich mix-ups at this point, and so I did have all the boost I could have apart from DRS, as I'm not 1 second behind the car in front, which is still Michael Schumacher. So we're coming through the back straight now. Well, this isn't back. Oh, I get confused. The 2 very fast right-hand corners do catch me out. On the first right-hand corner, I did tend to go very wide through there, almost kind of extending track limits. I maybe should have got a penalty for that, but oh well. And so here we are on lap 8 now, very far into the race, into the closing stages now. And maybe we can really secure this 10th place and get that one crucial point to get the team really happy with me. And we actually bump the wall and lose loads of time there, much like in qualifying, but opening lap of qualifying. But luckily Nick Heidfeld doesn't manage to find a way past us, and he remains in his place. And we do go a little bit wide through this corner here, over the bridge. I'm not sure whether it's over a river or anything. I should have done some research on Valencia, really. But yeah, I think that's a really tight section, much like Monaco, really. Let's just not try and think about Monaco. Let's not do that. And here we are on lap 8. Again, I've just said that. I'm not good at commentating. I need to get better. And we do cut the corner and get a warning, unfortunately, which isn't good. And that could accumulate into a full-blown penalty if we do get too many warnings. And so now we're on lap 9, only a few corners later from where we just saw. We're going around turn 1 with a big right-hander, very, very flowing. And we go really deep into turn 2, into the braking zone. We get a huge lock-up, and we can't actually spin it round. We have to go into reverse, actually. And that puts us down behind Sergio Perez in the Sauber into 14th place, and that's miles away now from the points positions. I'd have to do loads and loads of work against people who are probably in a better car than me still. And so I was really outdoing myself and the car. We get another warning for corner cutting again. So maybe, and hopefully, we don't get a full-blown time penalty. That would be absolutely disastrous. And here we are on lap 10. I've noticed that I've really closed the gap to Sergio Perez, but then I realised there's a certain person here called Narain Carthacane, and that was probably the reason why, and he doesn't really let me past. I have to dive it down the inside. It's probably the type of car I should be battling with, and I did overtake Narain Carthacane, but I get a third warning, and that's probably my last one. If I do another corner cut move, that's me having a time penalty. As you can see here, into the chicane, I do cut the corner, and that is a full-blown penalty. It's just disastrous, really. I thought it wouldn't be too bad, but then you can see here, 20-second time penalty. That is absolutely disastrous. What? Oh my gosh. And so this is the last lap now. I'm just trying to take it home, try not to corner cut and get myself in too much more trouble. And that was absolutely disastrous. And I didn't think it'd be too bad because I had a huge gap to the car behind. But we end up in 18th place, and that's with our time penalty added on to our time. 20 seconds, I think, was very, very harsh, and so we end up finishing behind Paul Di Resta, the Scotsman. I can't remember how to say that. Sebastian Vettel won the race with Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button, the two McLaren drivers, joining him on the podium. Championship leader Mark Webber is in 4th, just missing out on the podium. We came 18th, as I've just said, and our teammate didn't do as well as us. He's actually lost a position. Not as many as us, though. He finished 22nd. As here we are in the Drivers' Championship, Mark Webber still leads with 135 points, and he's made a huge gap to Lewis Hamilton in 2nd. In the Championship, we're not doing the best with 0 points, and we're in 19th place. If I did get points, I probably would have been in 16th or 17th in the Drivers' Championship. However, that just didn't come to be with my huge lockup and the time penalty. It was just a huge disaster, really. In the Constructors, Red Bull are just taking it away, flying away with it, really. McLaren and Ferrari are fairly close behind, but they really have no match for Red Bull. Of course, they did win both Constructors and Drivers' Championship in the real life season. And so the next race, guys, is Silverstone, my home Grand Prix. I'm really looking forward to this, you know. I really want to do well in Silverstone. Mark Webber, of course, leads the championship. Sebastian Vettel, his teammate, is in 3rd. He has recovered it. He didn't have a very good opening races, I seem to remember. And I really think, you know, he didn't do too well. I remember him being in the really low points, you know, midfield. But luckily he has managed to recover that. So I'll see you guys next time for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Bye-bye.